Yeah.
Okay. So, can you please share a project or a lesson that you have implemented during your whole I mean career, or you've been doing this awareness programs or something,
Yeah.
so other educators can also get an idea.
Yeah. So I have been part of various activity kind of doing with the students. So we have
Mhm.
tried out tested a various activities like green audit kind of activity where
Mhm.
student are trying to understanding the waste related observation in their school. How much dustbin they have, which kind of waste
Mhm.
lying in around their
Mhm.
campus. So our dustbins are placed at the right place where their waste is going, out of school. Are they are burning or they are throwing? It's kind of small behavioral, auditing kind of activity which usually do this. There are other various activities like we also ask students to take an interview of Swachhata Sevak. So those who
Okay.
are collecting the waste, so they can just talk with them how their a day look like,
Mhm.
how they work start, what they gain, how much extra effort they take.
Mhm.
Interview of Sevak of schools. So there are various engaging activity we try to do with the students, so they can they can learn and take a hands-on experience. Yeah.
Mhm. This program you told about, like Swachhta Sevak. So, what is this basically about? Can you please elaborate something on this?
No, this is just one of the activity. Like
Okay.
when we do, when we decided to do some activity with the student
Mhm.
regarding solid waste management. So these are
Mhm.
three four things, three four activities or set of activity which we do with the student.
Okay.
So in the it is just interview, like it
Okay.
is a
Okay.
like, yeah. So in order to understand the waste management problem, we try to use different methodologies. Like interview is
Mhm.
one of the methodology, auditing
Mhm.
is the one of the methodology. So
Mhm.
investigation, documenting few things,
Mhm.
observing few things, asking right question, getting the right
Mhm.
answer. So these are the few different methodology we are trying to do. Along with learning, they also get introduction of various methodologies to learn different things. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, since you have been, conducting these sessions with children,
Hmm.
so we we all know that waste management is currently an issue, since we see around us uh, waste lying around, and people are not, you
Hmm.
know, uh, looking at us like it's a serious problem or something. But we have been doing this work in waste management. So,
Hmm.
what is your understanding, and what do you think is the understanding of the children that you have been interacting with? Since they age group differs, you must be interacting with children with this different age groups. So, what do you think they have? What understanding they have about this waste management?
So, Mispan, as per our interaction so far with the different stakeholders or various students, so everyone are able to acknowledge the issue of solid waste management. Means everyone means they are observing this, like the waste is lying on the road, or it's someone
Mhm.
is picking this plastic or waste. They are aware, the how big plastic issue is. Everyone are quite aware, but when it comes to action, studying how we can deal with that, what would be a behavior practice, so these are
Mhm.
the few
Mhm.
things which required a little bit of efforts, knowledge, or or some
Mhm.
behavioral change, and so on. in order to have a right kind of behavior, or appropriate behavior, uh,
Hmm.
one need to uh, involve them in various learning kind of things,
Hmm.
activities, projects, observations, these kind of things. So yeah, uh, that's way means that is the way to involve various students in the various kind of
Hmm.
activities, so they can understand better and form their appropriate behavior in order to uh,
Hmm.
have a solution on that issue. Yeah.
Okay, so during these sessions, you must be facing many challenges, or uh, during
Hmm.
your sessions,
Hmm.
misconceptions
Hmm.
some children and
Hmm.
about what waste management is and what role they can play in, make a more environment clean, and to
Hmm.
segregate waste and uh, dump it in such a manner that they don't create a mess around their house and society.
Yeah, yeah.
So how do
Yes.
you address those challenges during your sessions?
Yeah. So, rather than we always believe that rather than you're doing activity directly along with the student, it is better that
Mhm.
we orient teachers. Okay.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
it is one of the key, thought behind that. So if
Mhm.
if you try to orient teacher, build capacity of teacher,
Mhm.
help them to facilitate various activities, uh, uh, these kind of. So once the teacher get to know these activities, or they get to know objectives and everything, so
Mhm.
he is one of the important stakeholders in the school system. So he
Mhm.
continuously engage in the various level of students. Okay.
Okay.
So that is one of the approach, because as a third person we have a limited role going in every
Mhm.
school and doing some
Mhm.
activities and interacting with them. There is a limit to that. But once a teacher is are capable and is well versed with the activities, then
Mhm.
he can keep doing this activity. So that is one of the the strategy we use to
Mhm.
uh, uh, we try our best to do. Yeah.
Okay, so you told about like teachers must be, capable of teaching students about these, uh, topics related to
Hmm.
climate change, like
Hmm.
waste management and all. So,
Hmm.
what all do you, and what is your basically plan during these facilitation programs or capacity building programs that you conduct with the teachers in the schools and
Hmm.
organizations?
So, teacher are very much well versed with the various things. Okay, they usually
Mm-hmm.
do various things. So, one should be very much means they are doing their best. Okay, but they
Okay.
have various responsibilities. But
Mm-hmm.
such orientation or some such training program is just
Mm-hmm.
one of refining their learning. So
Okay.
nothing more than that. It is just
Mm-hmm.
give them space. They will get some kind of fresh ideas and something like it is just making more interest some like this. They
Mm-hmm.
already the waste management and other environment and climate issue are involved in the textbook. They are very much
Mm-hmm.
aware. They usually take many things. But a
Mm-hmm.
small program, small initiative from organization or any kind of CSR and something, it give them an opportunity to do this kind of activity, or it make a priority for them. Okay. So these
Mm-hmm.
are the things, when things get prioritized due to some kind of intervention. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, these are the, yeah.
So since you have been working in schools, working with students in schools, and conducting these sessions, so what do you think that how important is for children of such age group to understand what climate change impacts we are facing currently, and how we can contribute to society? And so since they are the ones who are the future generations, and they will be contributing to the society. So how do you think uh, how crucial it is?
Yeah, I think they have a major role to play. Like
Mm,
if you know, the Western countries has a per capita of wage generation. It is very much far more than us. Okay, per
mm,
person wage generation of
uh, mm,
Western countries are very much high as
mm,
compared to per person wage generation in India, very much low. Okay,
mm,
it is in average kind of thing. But
mm,
as our education ratio is going on, as our economical standard is going on, as growth is going on, so our also generation of wage generation are increasing days by days. So it is very important that because we have such a large population. Okay, so if
mm,
you consider a small generation in per person of per person generation, and
mm,
if you know the scale of population, like so okay, so it will be very high. So there is no system in which we
mm,
can deal that problem. So it is very
mm,
important that a student, not only student, everyone should get
mm,
aware about this problem, how big problem
mm,
it is, and so they can form their appropriate behavior and
mm,
use various like how they can reject things, how they can reduce plastic waste generation in case they are using, then how can they reuse and
mm,
recycle these things. This is very uh, this is very much needed in considering the current
mm,
waste
mm.
management and the future waste management scenario. Yeah.
Okay. If a teacher wants to, create a session like this, or to conduct a session like this to create awareness among children, so what do you think are the major elements they should include in their session, and what all the points they should address to, create an impact among the students and to make it more effective during the session?
Yeah.
So.
So I feel before making any intervention within the school, or any particular stakeholder
Mm,
within a school system, it is very much needed to do a curriculum analysis. Okay, so what is in available in their curriculum, like what
mm,
are the key message is given in
mm,
various key standard, are they
mm,
available in their learning, learning or something. So it is kind of, we can do a gap analysis where whatever is available and what is not
mm,
available we can find out, and then form a session or design activities which can reinforcement the message which has already is in textbook, and how we can
mm,
fill that gap uh, which
mm,
is not in their textbook and very much needed in the current context. So this is
mm,
how we can design various activities, sessions, projects in order to have achieve their
mm,
learning goals also, because
mm,
teacher and other staff also should feel that this is my curriculum. It is not
mm,
something which is provided by any organization. So
mm,
by doing this activity or doing this intervention, they can also their objective should be achieved. And along
mm,
with that, which are there are other key learning expression that is also can be target. And how, while doing that, how we can use different kind of methodologies, like we have discussed how we can do this activity by interview, how we can do this kind of by some auditing, by
mm,
observation, by note taking, by street play, uh, by some kind of survey, or
mm,
doing some kind of search. These are the various methodology one can use to to build a session or form activity.
okay. So these were the tools and some methods that you told uh,
Yeah.
for the teachers. So if we want to, like, youth want to engage or want to do an intervention in the society, in their household, or so what they can do on their behalf to create an awareness or to create an positive impact in the society.
Yeah, youth is also one of the, I would say, one of the very important stakeholder in whole, system, because they have
Mm,
a way, a new way at looking things, or
mm,
a problem or a solution. So within a society, the youth are, anyway they have to do various projects on the schools. They have various intervention, they have various internship they have to do. So rather than youth, any individual can take responsibility of their societies, their area, their,
mm,
kind of whatever the society welfare, or whatever
mm,
the in small segment they are staying. So they can always reinforce the message of segregation, make aware,
mm,
of the segregation, try to help the concerned organization to have a better waste collection in that area, and find various vulnerable spot, try to write
mm,
letters, try to raise complaint, try to
mm,
organize some kind of events. They can also make various groups where they can, can means things can be given and taken freely,
mm,
kind of,
yeah,
means some is needed, some, so they can donate,
mm,
and those who are needed, they can take it, kind of. So there are various things, even they can take some kind of study research things, these things,
mm,
because it's very much, it is very much needed, and there
mm,
is very scope to do various innovations, small actions, research, kind of thing. So youth has a very, a big role to play in whole solid waste management, I would say.
mm. Okay, so sir, in the end, what message you want to convey to our viewers who are watching this interview? So, what should they do, or what part they can play in contributing to the positive change that we are trying to convey or trying to make with this project?
I would say it is very much important that every stakeholder of the society, maybe it's student, youth, or any citizen, it is very important that we should understand our responsibility of, segregation,
Mm,
our
mm,
responsibility of reduction, our role in reduction plastic, our role in reduction the whole waste generation. So this
mm,
is very much needed, because if we also follow the current scenario of waste generation, or we are, we are yet to follow the current pattern, there is no system which can address the solid waste management issue. There is no
mm,
system. All Most
mm,
of the all urban local are, bodies are struggling to manage their waste,
mm,
most of the urban local bodies, and there is no
mm,
solution to deal such a large problem. Only
mm,
the individual behavior is the answer. How we can, form our appropriate behavior is the one of the answers. So everyone should be very much conscious about their regular habits, their waste generation practices, and their responsibility as a citizens. I would say that, yeah.
you have shared such insightful methods and techniques that teachers can employ and youth can employ in their daily lifestyle to create a positive change. And I hope that by seeing this video or interview, so youth can uh, bring those changes into their lifestyle and create a positive impact in the society. So thank you so much, sir, for giving us your valuable time
Yeah,
and
thank you.
to come together, and I hope to meet you again since we met
Yes,
during the Pune. So we will come in the during the sessions, or maybe we can get a chance to meet again. So thank you so
Yes.
much, sir, for
Yes.
joining.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.